Hey, what's up? Welcome to Print Trends. I'm just going to take you around the app a little bit. I've seen a lot of people asking certain questions and things that we take for granted that we think, oh, that's so easy. Might not be so easy for you. So let's take a look at the app. Print Trends. A lot of people ask, where can you find the mockups? Well, if we click this button, it'll take us to a shared Google Drive that will keep getting updated. Like today we just added backpacks. So in here, there's a safe zone area for the designs that have to go on the backpack. And you can see them right here, left, right, the front piece, and the top. So that's the safe zone. You're a designer, or if you are the designer, need to stay inside these lines, anything important, to be able to see them on the back. And then you'll see that we have like flip-flops and the high tops, low tops, the leather totes, put some banners in here today. All the size charts are in here. So anything new that you guys are gonna need will keep getting dumped into this drive so you have it all in one place. So let's get rid of that. Up here you have support. So you can literally click here and send an email and get support, or you can click the live chat button right here, click for help. And we are bringing on someone, two people, so it'll be live 24/7 to be able to answer your questions faster. For right now, you just send the email and someone will respond back to you. It goes to a ticket system, so it's not just going to thin air to some Gmail address. It's actually getting assigned to somebody, whoever can answer your question, whether it be technical or a request, or something that has to do with the order, change the size of a shoe or the color or anything like that. So feel free to use that. Then we have the FAQs, you can link to it, and then any type of question that you might have hopefully is getting added to this page, and it keeps getting updated, and I hope that your question ends up being on here so you get an instant answer, okay? Then we have product specs, and we start adding stuff in here so you know the shoe sizes. Feel free, this is an image, you can actually drag and drop it and take it and use it if you want. You can move this over to here and take a screenshot, or you can have descriptions here. There's the description that we put on the page, and then there's like a little tiny description that you could use also for more technical type specs. If you scroll down, you can see a bunch of them here, okay? So that's gonna be on that page. So those are the 4 important tabs that you gotta see here. What else can we look at? So here's the dashboard. Here's your orders, here's how many are pending, here's how many is paid, how many in production, how many shipped, if any are on hold, if you decide to put some on hold, maybe fraud risk, or you're waiting for a customer to get back to you, how many you canceled. Let's say someone just didn't end up wanting it, they bought it and their son's like, nah, I wouldn't wear that, and boom, ends up in the canceled. Okay, then you'll see how many is fulfilled, how many is unfulfilled. You'll see how many you did this month in income, and then how much it was charged, so that you know your actual net that you have for the month, okay? Adding products. We click add products, and this is kind of going to start getting consolidated because now we have a lot more products. So this actually becomes like almost like a subcategory. So let's say we want to do wall art. We click in here and it's just not 5 pieces. We have the square, rectangle, 3-piece with the mock-up, which is the same exact thing. Then we have a regular 3-piece, it's kind of wider and tall, which is this right here on a mock-up. We have the 4-piece, and then it has a mock-up. We have the 5-piece that's like a diamond here with the mock-up, and then we have the 5-piece that's staggered again with the mock-up. So if you want this to appear on your product page, the couch and the lamps and all that stuff, you would have to click on this. If you just want to have this appear on your product page, let them picture it on their walls or whatever, you would go and choose this. There's no difference between those. So let's just go with this one right here. If we wanted to come in here, all we have to do is drag and drop a picture on here. Now, I don't have a picture ready, so let's just look for one. Wallpaper HD. And we'll just pick something that comes up here. So this is going to be tools. Well, actually, first we're going to images, tools. We want to be able to see the size. So larger than, or you could give the exact dimensions, but I'm just going to go larger than for right now. Okay, so let's just pick out something cool, just random. Let's see. This looks cool. Okay. Looks like fall or whatever. So sometimes you could right click and save the image here, but if it's big enough, usually, hopefully you guys start hearing a little bit more of that, cha-ching, but usually we would click on view image. Sometimes it brings you right to the image, and if it's like in a place like this with all different wallpapers, it was actually cool that just happened. There's tons and tons. There's also categories in here. See how it's animals, games, so that way it gives you ideas on things that you want to do. So let's see if we can grab this picture. I'm just going to grab this, save it. It's going to go to my downloads. Okay. Now I'm just going to take this thing and drag and drop it right here. This is going to do all the hard work for you. It's going to go ahead and create the mock-up. You don't have to give it to the designer. This is the way it's going to look. Okay. Here are your prices. No frame means that it just comes rolled up. Frame means it actually comes with the wooden frames and it's stapled to it and it's ready to hang when the person comes. So this is the minimum that your pixels have to be, 2500 by 1600 on this one. Each item in here, whether it's shoes, socks, pillows, whatever, will have your dimensions that you need for the picture. A lot of people ask me about this too, CMYK. Right now, if you don't convert your colors to that, which those are how printer colors work, not colors that you see on screen and stuff like that. On the back end, we're converting it for you, so not really a big deal. We just had so many questions with it that we were like, forget it, we'll just figure out a way to convert it on the back end. So don't worry about that. On top of that, you can also download the template PSD file right here. So if we were to click that, it's going to download straight to your downloads. I'm going to open that up, and here is the safe zone. So for your designer or for you, you know that anything inside of here, that's what's going to show up on here. Okay. I don't have Photoshop, so that didn't open up the way it should open up, but you still get to see the way it looks. Okay, so I'm sure there's whatever layers or spaces in there, whatever whatever you Photoshop people know how to do, it's in there. Okay. Now this is a wall art 5-piece diamond, and then if you wanted to add, let's say, another variant, you come in here and be like, hey, I want to do this one. Maybe someone only wants a single panel. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to drag and drop it, and it's going to mock it up on that piece. You could do that. You could do that up to 4 times. So variant 3, variant 4, and let's say that you pick shoes by accident. Okay, you pick shoes and you're like, oh shoot, man, I don't want that. I don't want shoes. You just hit remove and change style, and then you're back to here. You're picking wall art. That's it. Okay. Let's look at it on a 3-piece real quick. Boom. There it is. So now you can see the mock-up for the 3-piece, the 1-piece, and the 5-piece. It's up to you, whichever one you think is going to sell. We sold a ton of 5 pieces before. We're just starting to get into the 1 pieces now. 3 pieces are kind of popular, but you know, not the most popular. So it's totally up to you to see what type of clientele you have, what people like better. I'm starting to see that because of the trend of so many people doing 1 pieces, they like the 1 piece because it's really easy for them to just hang. It's not, you know, all broken up and they have to try to do it even, but who knows, you know, we're getting $215 for the 5-piece. To me, has a better value than $215 for this one big piece. So totally up to you guys to test. But what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna remove this, close that up, and I'm gonna remove this, and that way we're only dealing with this one variant. Okay, so right now I'm gonna hit continue. These are some important things that you need to know. On the page before, you don't change this product title. Here, you could change it to anything you want now. So you can hit it and make it space. In here, the description is already set up for the sizes of these panels. So all I would do, and you know, this is totally up to you also, I bold this, and then I turn to red. That's it. I don't touch anything else there. Here, this should pull up your collections inside of your store, and you'll be able to add it to, let's say you have a 5-piece collection, or let's say you just have a wall art collection. As long as they're set up, you can put it on there. If they're not set up, you could just ignore it. Here, we're going to use the tag wall art, and then comma, and let's say you wanted to do space, and then comma. And I'm not sure what else you would put in there, maybe some type of code that you have, but that's how you could build collections automatically. Every time you add a wall art piece, it would go there. Let's say you wanted to keep them all organized. I'm not the best at organizing stuff, but let's say this was just a 5-piece. You would organize your collection by 5-piece based on this tag, and you'd only see 5 pieces. And then maybe the next time you do a 3-piece or single piece, and then only those would be in your collections. So you could do any one of those. This is also, I don't know what theme you're using, but if you're using Theme X, which is our theme, and you can find it in, you can ask someone or ask in the room or ask me. But in Theme X, it'll show all the related products at the bottom, but only by tags. That way it doesn't like show, like, let's say this space picture and then all of a sudden shows somebody frogs. What are the odds I'm liking that? So it would probably show them a space shuttle or this or that or another planet based on tags. So now we have suggested retail prices and compare at prices. So for this 50% off to make sense, we just double our price that we're really selling at. So $199, $89, $129, $48.99, and then you have your compare at price, which is double. See, so we're selling it for $200, but it's really worth $400, and we're giving it 50% off. That's how they're getting it for $200. For you, you pay $97 each. So let's round that up to $100. If you decide to charge the shipping, this would probably be around $209 to $215 out the door, basically, to them. This is your price out the door delivered to them. So let's say it was rounded up 100, and you're getting, let's just say 200 because you offered free shipping for some reason. You could pay up to $50 a conversion and still make $50 profit. So these are high margin items. I would really take a look at these things. Now, the default weight is based on 0.01. You can change that to anything you want. You can change it to 1 pound, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, however your shipping schedule is set up. So for us in our stores, we use either price ranges. So let's say from 0 to 1,000, we only charge $4.99. For worldwide, 0 to 1,000, we charge $6.99. You could also do it based on if it's 0.01, that it would be $9.99. If they bought 2, it would bump it up to 0.02. Now it would be $20, $19.98. Okay? So for now, I'm just going to publish this bad boy. There's nothing else. It's going to push it right to your store. Descriptions in there. You don't have to think. You could probably get through these things, and depends on how your speed of uploading, but less than 3 minutes from start to finish. We're going to view it. You can change anything you want here. Okay, these are mockups. You can add different mockups if you're a designer and you have all the PSD files. You can add different ones here if you like. The only thing you can't change are these SKUs. That's how the system knows to go out and get the high resolution image that you provided and send it to the printer with the mockup, so they see, oh, that's where it's supposed to be lined up, and they send it so it looks exactly like that. Okay, you can change this style column, but I like it just the way it is. I don't mess with it. Most of the time we just hide it on our theme, and then they just see the medium, no frame, medium frame, blah blah blah. If you want to change the order that they're in, so let's just take a look at what order they show up in now. Right now we drop them off to the lowest price, which is medium, no frame, because we want people to add to cart and give us as much information as possible so we can remarket them, build the email list, get them to go to the next page so the pixel starts growing on Facebook. But you could be totally opposite. You could drop them off at the most expensive one, $1.99, and then they'll have to click to look for the cheapest one. That's totally up to you. If you want to do that, it's very simple. You just have to do reorder variants, bring large frame to here, and click save. And next time, I'll do it right here. We're going to back this thing out. And there you go. It goes to that one. Okay. Now let's do that one more time because I'm going to reorder it to fix it. I drop them off at the lowest one first. We can get rid of that. And we refresh. There it is. Good to go. Now for the people that like to use really long titles, like I didn't do space. Let's say it's the best space adventure ever, blue fade, blah blah blah. I don't know why you'd want your title that long, but a lot of people do silly things like that, so totally up to them. If you do, that'll make this URL super long. So you just come in here and edit, and then you could actually just make this, let's say we make it SP, so space project, right? And I just want it to look like that. You would just hit save, and that old URL, if we refresh it, it'll go back to the to whatever variant it is. It'll work. See, SP, there it is, and then it'll send you to the first one. So that's an easy way to shorten your links and still keep your domain. Now let's go back to the app. Okay, so here we go back to the app. That was on wall art. Hopefully you understand how that works now. Now when we come here to add products, what we released today new was backpacks. These are pretty cool. So there's actually going to be 2 versions. The other one hopefully in a couple days will be out, or by the time you see this video. Will only allow you to do the front face on the new one that comes up, which will be here on the right hand side. Okay, currently right now this actually lets you do 4. So it'll let you do the top piece, the left and right, and then the middle piece. Let me try to find a design real quick to be able to dump that in there, but it's just like everything else that's in here. We're gonna drag and drop, and it's gonna create a mock-up for you. So let's find one real quick. I gave a couple out to the group today. Oh, here's a yoga one. Perfect. So I'm gonna take this yoga one, drag it, and drop it. Boom. Now that's a pretty large file, so it might take a little bit. While we're doing that, I'd like to show you some other stuff that we're gonna go, oh, see, it's already done. We'll come back to that. So it's already done. This will always show your price to you. Your PSD template will always be there, your description for, like, you know, the images and stuff. A lot of people ask me and they never even click to look. Again, you can have 4 different designs if you want, you know, 4 different colors. You have a blue one, whatever. You could have a totally different design. You could just all add them right there. Okay, we're gonna hit continue. And again, you can change this to yoga backpack. Here is the description. You can change it, change the colors, whatever it is. Like, some of you guys may not have a red button. You may have a green one, so green. Hopefully you spell it right. It may not say buy it now on your button. It may say add to cart or enter shipping details, or maybe you just get rid of that totally. So it looks like that. Hit the green button. Okay, you might want to get rid of it. You can make any changes you want. We just show you what we're using currently. So filled in descriptions, prices for bags, and you actually see default prices coming in here. So see how there's that different size price? So you can click that to be able to see suggested prices, kind of like the wall art. And then, I don't think I showed you that, but on wall, then you can undo it, and then you can put in your own prices. Same thing with the weight, and I'm not gonna publish because then I'd have to go through the whole process again. So we're gonna add products. Everything that you see in here, shoes, low tops, kids low tops, the sneakers, all of them act the same exact way. So I hope that, you know, this helped you understand a little bit more of the app, you know, be able to come in here and look at stuff. There's only a couple more things that I want to show you, which are tabs up here. I encourage you guys to click around, even if it wasn't in our app and it was trying to figure out Shopify or trying to figure out something in your life. Click around. It's okay. What's the worst that can happen? Just click the back button, right? So we hit view orders, and now you'll be able to see all the orders that come through Trendz apps. Okay, some of these will turn green, some of these will be clear, some will be red. If you cancel them, you will see your tracking numbers. You can see that the status is shipped, it's been paid for. You can come in here and check the details. There's a lot of stuff in here. So here's the tracking number in case the client's ever looking for it. If it's just coming from China right now, you can look at 17thtrack.net, I think it is. Let me put that in here. 17thtrack.net, and you can see the URL right there. And we'd be able to put that tracking number in. Let me see. Copy. I don't know when that was shipped, but we're gonna find out right now. And then you hit track, okay? Let's see what it says. So it's looking, and all right, so this must have just happened. You can see how it's all in Chinese. And it says in transit, okay? So, oh, it's going to Brazil. All right, so you can also look up these numbers on USPS, so United States Postal Service. So if it's coming to the United States and you don't want to give someone this that tracks all Chinese packages and stuff, you can give them the USPS, and then they usually feel a little bit more comfortable. But that way you know that this is in here right here. This is just like a regular owned store by us. So this says bypass. This is not going to say that for you. The invoice number will be whatever invoice you ended up paying. So you could do it automatically, which every 24 hours it'll take your orders and bill your credit card, or you could do it manually where you pick, like, let's say the next 10 because you just got paid, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do these so they don't get too behind. Boom, and that'll be your invoice number there. Show all your statuses, show you customer details, where it's going, everything that's on there. What else can I show you? Okay, so let's go to account settings. So in here, this is where you add your credit card information, and also you can have a backup one. I know that some people outside of the US, they don't get their money every 3 days like Shopify does for US users. We have a student that is in Norway, and he doesn't get his money until every 7 days. So it's kind of hard to, when you're doing $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 days, to be able to front that money, $70,000 plus your money in advertising, plus to pay for the shoes. So it's a good idea to have backup payments, so we don't ping that credit card and then it doesn't work, and then becomes a nightmare for our gateway system. Okay. Here is a setting that if you want to process risky orders or not. We usually process them, but in your business, you may do it a totally different way. You may call them up, verify it's really them, all that stuff. We're doing high volume, so it's kind of tough to do every single one, but you could set it to no, and then just know you're going to have to push it through yourself. It's not going to go look for it automatically. Here is the setting for auto processing, yes or no, and like I explained, yes is every 24 hours, no, you got to do it yourself. And that's about it. As you see new products, they will come in here and they have this new tag, that way you can check it out. You come in here, click on it. Here you don't see the prices because there's multiple units in here. Here there's only one, you just pick the colors. New stuff coming to the system. I don't know when you guys will see this, but leggings will be the next big thing that comes in here. Then tumblers, and if you have any other suggestions, bring them up. I'm going to try to go in the order of either what we need the most or what is the most popular vote out there. I just don't want to throw random things in here for people not to really do volume with it, because it takes a lot to, have the right vendor, make sure the product's not good, then do all the system files and make sure it works right with variants and prices and all this crazy stuff. So it's not just like, hey, let's just add it to the system. It doesn't work like that. So I hope you enjoyed that tour of Print Trendz, and feel free to click around here, ask questions, email support. We are here to get 100% behind you so that you make a lot of money through this holiday season and then for years to come. So thank you for putting your trust in Print Trendz and using us, and I really, really appreciate you guys. I just want to let you guys know that I will drop in free designs as many times as I can. Design ideas, all the stuff that we see working. I'm going to help you guys out. And, as you know, We do a lot of free webinars. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff for the Print Trendz people because, you know, you guys help us make money. We want to help you make money, and together we grow as a team. So have a good one.